Susie and Robert, and our first
Thank you so
feature,
much.
Lacan of
Yeah,
PGM.
that was,
Okay.
sorry, thank you. That was great. The AI, I mean, it'll be fascinating to see what happens with all that. I decided to, it's all kind of February. My little poems have to do with springtime and Valentine's and Black History Month. So, in a garden, the conure resembling parrots, a racket in the eucalyptus trees, flashes of green, riding under small red heads, populate and enliven our community garden, still moist from last night's rain, greeting yellow-rumped warblers, goldfinches, robins, sparrows, hummingbirds, all creating joy in a garden, issuing scents of roses and lemons, carpeted with clover and tiny flowers, reminding us of springtime. And for Black History Month, I have a poem called The Horror. Carter Woodson founded Black History Week in 1926, eventually becoming Black History Month to remember what must never be forgotten, enslaving humankind, the deepest sin of our country, one with the slaughter of our native peoples. Slavery begun by our ancestors, of which Carter's antecedents bought 20 slaves, brought in the first slave ship in 1619, over 300 years ago. And even before, through Portugal, slaves came to America in the 20s. Lynching had reached as far as Duluth, the horror perpetuated for centuries, expressed by Colonel Kurtz in Conrad's Heart of Darkness, colonization and exploitation, leading to lynching, continued through segregation and insult, even today, in murders by our own police, for which there is no excuse, no recompense worthy of the word, written in our own heart of darkness, the horror, the horror. Now, the second day of, there's a whole panoply of thoughts in this. This poem is the second day of February, Groundhog's Day, 2023. If Punxsutawney Phil, if Punxsutawney Phil, the one, the only groundhog, predictor of winter's thriving or demise, saw no shadow in a foggy sky today, in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, we would enjoy an early spring. But word has it that Phil did see his shadow as he arrived to sniff the clear air and enjoy the sunny sky, and scurried back to his burrow, expecting 6 more weeks of winter. The miracle remains the same. Phil never dies, in spite of one bleak mortal moment when a new Phil took the post due to an absent Punxsutawney hog. Somehow Phil has lived since 1886 and is reputed to be correct almost 50% of the time. Pretty good for a groundhog at nearly 150 years of age, able to predict a later spring if he can only see his shadow. All right. And then I'm going to skip this one I did on bagpipes, and we'll end with Valentine's. Valentines offer themselves in heart-colored boxes, chocolates and flowers, perhaps honestly harvested and gathered, perhaps not. Valentine's Day, demanding a reavowal of love, helps restaurants and merchants make up for early year losses, yet asks with red and gold, with chocolate and flowers, with candles begging, be mine, for a moment of belief, a suspension of cynicism, an embrace, a celebration, romance, bittersweet, grieving, tender, a celebration. Thank you. I have one tiny one called Email Words that I've forgotten. Should I do that one too? Email words. The night is dark, music plays, I seek words of love from email. Communication by computer, a poor substitute for touch, yet loving words write themselves upon my heart, integrate themselves into my being, offer reassurance of what may not be real, yet knocks upon my soul for entry. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much.